lovelies, and welcome to today's video. I just dropped Kala off at preschool, and I have to tell you, today was a harder day. Her drop-offs themselves are getting better, but the way that I'm feeling about it isn't, and I think that at some point I have to listen to that. I don't know, maybe today was an off day. But yeah, today's video is not a preschool update, it is a pregnancy update, so I will just kind of leave it at that. And Chasey Louisey, I just want you guys to know, like, I'm still working through that every single time I drop her off. Dang it, this place is probably not even open. Like I said, today's video is going to be a pregnancy update. I am officially 17 weeks plus today, and I'm gonna be filming my 16-week pregnancy update. I'm also gonna give you guys a bump shot, which I think I've done one other time, and I think it was just in the thumbnail. I have major been slacking on that, and I personally have been really slacking on taking weekly photos. If you guys hear my blinker, my car's still not fixed, so that's why my blinker is going double time. Like, my car is trying to tell me that something is wrong with one of my blinkers, which I know, if that makes any sense. Dang it. So I'm gonna be trying to run a bunch of errands with you guys today. While doing the pregnancy update, the first thing I was gonna do was gonna go to Ulta, but I don't think they open until 10. New plan. I'm going to Walmart because there are these beads that are evading me. Is that the right word? Evading. Basically, I'm looking for this wooden bead garland that my friend here on social media, Marley, taunted me with like a couple weeks ago over on Instagram, and I can't find them anywhere. So I'm gonna head to one that's on my way right now, look for the beads again, see if I can find them. Then I'm gonna go to pick up our ceramic trees that my mom and I painted with Kala. They're light up Christmas trees that we painted. They're ceramic. It was really expensive. Like, after the fact, we're kind of like, we could have paid for this and it would have just been cheaper. You know that meme where it's like, you see something on Pinterest and you're like, I can make that for cheaper than, you know, however much they're selling it for. And by the time you buy all the supplies, the crafting supplies, it's like 6 times the amount you would have paid. It's basically like that. Anyways, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alyse. If you guys are new here, I am 17 weeks pregnant, as I've mentioned already, with baby number 2. My husband and I have one daughter already. Her name is Kala. She turned 2 this summer. And week 16 was another week. But one of the first things that I've noticed is I am having spurts of energy again, which has been a significant change, I would say, in comparison to the majority of my first trimester. I think when you hit your second trimester, you have this like idea of what it's going to be like. Everybody says it's the best trimester, it's easier on you, you have more energy, blah, blah, blah. That really hasn't been the case for me. But what I have noticed is I have pretty consistently had small spurts of energy. What happens though is I feel like I'm in a normal place. So for example, the last time Donald took Kala to dance, the other night, I was like, okay, here's my time to cook dinner, clean the kitchen, clean the living room, pick up all the toys, basically do all these things that I hadn't done for weeks. And I did it in like an hour. So it was like a true power hour. And by the end, I was just like in such pain, such random pain. I couldn't even describe to Donald like why I was in pain. I just felt horrible. So what's kind of weird is I'm having these spurts of energy, but I'm not really able to do much with it, which is hard for me to do because I look around and I have so many things to do, like physically things to do at home. I have work that has to be accomplished. My house literally looks like a bomb went off on it because I don't have the time. And when I do have the time to pick it up, I can do one thing. One thing that really helps me calm my stress and anxiousness is making sure I have a clean space. So you guys can imagine the effect that it has on me when my entire house is a huge cluster and I can't do anything about it. On top of that, I've been having what I think are growing pains, which I really don't remember having with Kala. I was reading last night that the second trimester, your body really starts to shift around as the baby grows. So your organs are being moved around, they're being moved up, you're having less space for stuff, and I really feel like I can feel that happening. One of the ways that I feel that is I am rarely hungry. It's really weird. My appetite hasn't changed much. I'm no longer like super nauseous like I was in the first trimester, but I'm still just not very hungry until I do get hungry. And it happens in like a split second where I go from I could not eat a thing to I am so hungry I have to eat immediately, otherwise it's not going to be good. I've only recently found out that I need to be like, when that happens and I become ravenous, I need to eat just a tiny portion and just wait it out, because if I don't, it's going to make me even more sick feeling. All right, I'm going to head into Walmart. I think I'm going to go to the bathroom, look for the beads, and then I'll be back out. We'll head to our next stop and I'll continue this pregnancy update. No beads. There were no beads again, but it honestly didn't look like they had stocked anything since I had been in there last. So, you know, I'm not gonna run myself all over trying to find it. So I'm just gonna wait another couple weeks and then I'll go into Walmart, or McDonald, go into Walmart and see if he can find them. Now we're gonna go pick up the trees and continue our pregnancy update. So I talked a little bit last week about constipation, and I feel like it's getting worse. Last week I was talking about like, it's not that bad, but it's like an increase in me feeling that it's there, and that just continues to happen. So I think at some point I'm gonna have to get one of the approved pregnancy medications. I've been noticing my rings have been a little bit more uncomfortable, even my silicone rings. So a company reached out to me about doing a collaboration over on my Instagram for a ring that looks real nice, but it doesn't cost the real nice price. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, that should be showing up at my house very soon, and then you guys can get all of the details over on my Instagram. I'll be sharing it over there. Assuming everything goes well, I will continue to wear it. So I ordered a ring that looks really similar to one of my wedding bands, or the only wedding band that I have, and it's just a size up. So I'm hoping that that will give me enough kind of like wiggle room, even if it is loose. That's something else that I've noticed kind of with the growing pains in my stomach. I've noticed some sensitivity like on my skin almost. Last night I had a hard time wearing underwear to bed. Like I couldn't have anything around my waist. It just was bothering me way too much, and it felt like pressure. Oh, I couldn't do it. I'm passing the Overland Park Convention Center. If you guys are in the KC metro area, my friend and I go to the holiday, what's it called? The Holiday Mart. They have several of them, but I think the one that we go to every year is the Holiday Mart. It was kind of like the original one, and they host a huge shopping experience for the holidays at the Overland Park Convention Center in mid-November. And this, I think, is gonna be our 4th or 5th year going. It's just really, part of it is kind of nostalgic to me because I used to do that with my grandma and my mom and my aunt when I was a lot younger. I just remember us going to like different types of craft shows, and it's just kind of nostalgic for me. And my friend that I go with, she's also pregnant and she's ahead of me, and she also just kind of enjoys doing that type of stuff, and we really don't get to see each other too often, so we kind of just like make this a point every year to go, and it's just been really fun. So that's coming up really soon, probably about a month away. So if you guys haven't got your tickets yet, definitely do that if you're in the area. I do know they typically have like buy one get one deals on Groupon for it. I'm just now realizing that my camera mount is like super shaky. So this entire video is probably gonna be extremely shaky and I'm probably gonna have to refilm it. Son of a biscuit. The next thing I was gonna tell you guys is I've noticed a pretty significant increase in the movement that I'm feeling from baby. And that happens every week. I feel like every week I notice an increase like in the amount of movement that I'm feeling. Somebody did ask me recently, like if I'm feeling a ton of movement, like that specific question. And I'm gonna say yes, but it's not consistent. What I mean by that is last week I had this really random emotion that like I needed to check on the kicks, like I needed to check on the baby. Because if you guys have been pregnant before, you know, like in the 3rd trimester, at some point they start asking you to do like kick counts. And that's a way that you can keep track of kind of the well-being in general of the baby. So in that moment, I was like panicky. It was honestly so random, but I sat down and I was like, okay, I need you to kick, and nothing happened. I even pulled out my tiny baby Doppler, which I really don't know what I'm doing with, and I used it for like 60 seconds with no success. So yes, what I'm experiencing is, I would say I notice like a lot of movement, but it's definitely not something I can count on, if that makes sense quite yet. I have been waking up at night still at least once. What I notice is my water intake is a huge part of that, which is pretty obvious. So sometimes I'm waking up twice a night. So that started to get really old, and I noticed it was taking a toll on like how I felt in the morning. Right. Just gonna run in here, you guys, and pick up the trees, and then I'll be right back out. The trees look so good, you guys. We were kind of concerned because if you guys have ever painted ceramics before, you have to kind of like give it to God, if you will. Like the way that it looks when you paint it is not gonna be the way that it looks once it's been fired and glazed. I'm gonna run by Ulta. I'm gonna try to run home and film my second video that I wanted to film today, which is going to be an affordable fall toddler clothing haul. I share with you guys all of the favorite pieces that we've picked up for Kala now that the weather has switched to more of a fall swing. I'm also going to share with you guys how I kind of process her clothes, if you will. So what I do to filter out the stuff that we're no longer wearing, how I organize that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to film that video in like 30 minutes or something. But that is gonna be it for today's pregnancy update. I will go ahead and give you guys a bump shot now. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting my channel. Check in with me like usual down in the comments. Let me know how far along you guys are now, or what kind of symptoms you were having in your 16th week of pregnancy, or if you're not, you know, kind of around the same time frame, what's your biggest pregnancy symptom right now that you're struggling with? I'd love to connect with you guys. I'd love to continue to connect with you guys down in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't hit the subscribe yet, I would love to have you as a regular subscriber of the Sykes Fam channel. So definitely hit the subscribe button down below before you leave today's video. It is completely free and really helps out my channel. Something else that helps out my channel is if you guys share this video. So if you know of somebody who would enjoy content like mine, specifically this video or my channel overall, I really appreciate when you guys share with family and friends, or with other people who might benefit from watching my videos. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, lovelies. Something else that I can do when Kala is at school. Yeah. Same. I got a baby. I need some money, kid.